Hey, thanks so much for watching. This is part 2 of my 5-part series all about setting up your Facebook advertising to market a product that you're selling on Amazon, whether that's here in Australia or indeed on any of the marketplaces right around the world. Now, if you haven't already watched part 1, you should definitely do that. There's a link to do that just below this video. That goes into a lot of the setup requirements and things like that. This video is going to give you a lot more of the in-depth stuff. I know you'll enjoy it. Now, before you get started, one quick thing. Make sure that you like this video and press subscribe to this channel because I've got 3 more parts coming up and you don't want to miss any of it at all. And if you want to learn more about starting your own business on Amazon right here in Australia, there's a link in the description to download a copy of my free best-selling book all about starting a business on Amazon right here in Australia. Now the video, bye. So Facebook, I'm going to make some assumptions. Assumption number 1, you've already set up your Facebook for Business page and you've already set up your Facebook account, and you've already set up this area here, which is the business side of Facebook with your credit card, ducks in a row, blah-de-blah-de-blah. I'm going to make that assumption. I know Wolfgang's done it, but that's an important element of the process, which I'm not going to cover tonight because I'm just going to focus on how the hell do you set these things up, all right? So I'm going to focus on that. All right, so let's instead go to bank Wolfgang's business manager. Oops, here we go. So, where to start? So you can see he's already been running some ads. You can see that little red triangle there tells him there's something going wrong, and that little warning triangle there tells him there's something very wrong with that, all right? And the problem was that he was using words like antibacterial in his Facebook ads, which Facebook, of course, hates. So language is important, as you will see. Step 1, create ad. All right, so here you've got a lot of options for the way you're going to put your advertisement together. Lots and lots of different options for doing that. For what we are doing in this particular segment, we are going to send Facebook traffic to an outside website, specifically to Wolfgang's product details page on Amazon, okay? So to do that, what we want to do is we're going to use the traffic consideration. There's heaps of different considerations, as you can see, but for this particular undertaking, we need traffic. I'm not going to go through all the rest of them. Again, that's more advanced stuff. I cover that sort of shit in my inner circle. If you like what you're seeing right now, you want to see it more advanced, join my inner circle. That's where you'll see all this stuff at a different level. All right, so campaign name, Wolfgang's test traffic. All right, a few different options here. Again, I'm going to show you the basic to intermediate version of this. So in the basic to intermediate version of this, you don't want to be running any A/B split tests through this particular juncture, nor do you want to optimize your budget across your campaigns. Why, you may ask? Well, it is impossible to do an A/B test on Facebook when you're sending traffic directly to the product details page, because A/B testing relies upon a conversion being monitored. And Facebook and Amazon don't talk to each other, much like Jeff Bezos and his ex-wife, and therefore it's impossible to get accurate data to do a correct A/B split test. Campaign budget optimization. Well, we're only going to set up one campaign, therefore no need to optimize your budget across your ad sets by doing that, all right? That's why we don't need any of that. Ad set name. First thing for us to check. So what I normally do here, is AU, and then anything that I put into here, as you'll see from my audience down here, I put it into my ad set name just so that I can see at a glance what the hell is in my particular campaigns. That's a really, really good, what's called a protocol to get yourself into, because as you get better and better at this, you'll have more and more campaigns like this crazy shit that I've got going on here, and it just helps you manage it a lot better, okay? All right, so step 1 is audience. So as I said earlier, Facebook is interruption marketing. This is more art and psychology than science. So what you have to think now is, who is my target audience? How do I put my advert in front of them on Facebook? So you tell me what we already know about the target audience that we're going to go after for Wolfgang's product. And I'm just going to give you a little bit of a reminder here. Based on our avatar, some of the things that we can look for on Facebook to see if we can find them as available options to target, okay? So make a screen grab of that, whatever you need to do, hold it in your mind while we go back over to this. All right, so we can start with location. You can do heaps of cool shit with Facebook, but let's suppose we're just going to target all of Australia, okay? And that's not always the case by any stretch of the imagination. We can target right down to postcodes on Amazon. On Facebook. Our range of folks is 25 to 45. So let's put that in. It could be older, could be younger, but I'm just taking a bit of a punt, you know. Car lovers. Bogans, oh my goodness. I suppose it is a bit of a bogan, isn't it? Blokes who love their cars. So we've got blokes, here we go. Don't worry about languages, that's not important right now for this particular thing. So detailed targeting, all right, this is where the art and psychology comes in. So the way that we can target on Facebook is twofold. Way number 1, Facebook pages. So we can target a page on Facebook. So let's just say somebody give me we're going after Holdens. So somebody give me, let's say somebody who's interested in cars, interested in Holdens, is probably going to follow the V8s, all right? So somebody give me a Holden racing driver. Let's go after a Holden racing driver. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking, Cass, like Bathurst. Mark Scaife, all right, so Scacey. Let's go after Mark Scaife. Let's see if we can find him. And this is what you have to do, okay? What I'm doing now, Mark Scaife, survey says, nope. So we can't find Mr. Scaife. Now, is it Scaife or Scace? Brocky. Now, I reckon we've got to find Brocky, surely. So Peter Brock. Peter Brock. Here you go. So we can find Brocky. No worries at all. So instantly, what we've now got is our advert will be put in front of people who like a page related to Peter Brock, who are men between the ages of 25 45, all right? So that's instantly what happens, and we can see already we've got 61,000 people now we can go after. So if we check here, look, the audience size, it says, yeah, you're in the green. That's pretty bloody good. So if we stop there, that would be all right. You know what I mean? That's not too bad. Pretty cool. But let's continue on. Lounsey. So let's go after Craig Lowndes as well. Because now what I'm going to do is broaden the base up a little bit, okay? I'm just going to open this up, and then I'm going to bring it back. So here's Craig Lowndes. Boink. So now Lowndes is in there, all right? And now we've doubled the amount of people that we're going to go after. So these folks like Peter Brock, and they like Craig Lowndes. Now, we could, if we wanted to, instead of having that as a and, so they like Craig Lowndes and Peter Brock, instead what we could say is they must like Peter Brock and they must like Craig Lowndes too. All right, and we do that by narrowing the audience here. So if I just clicked off of that, take Brocky out of there and put him here, Peter Brock, boink. Now my audience is 19,000 people, but what that would mean is I would know that these are these are rev heads. Anybody that likes Lounzy and Brocky, that's a rev head right there, all right? So if I was looking to target, laser target, that's a cool thing to do. Does that make sense? So we've got Jamie Wincup, Shane Van Ginsberg. I'm just going to take him out of there because I want to have it broad right now. I'm going to show you a different way of doing this. Peter Brock. So typically, when Facebook ads don't work, it's because this part needs optimizing. Typically, that's the problem, all right? You can put the best advert in the world in front of people who don't like your product or aren't interested in your product, and you'll never ever sell any. But you can put a shithouse ad in front of people who really, really like what you've got to sell, and you'll still make sales. Clearly, you want to put a great ad in front of great people, but that hopefully tells you the importance of targeting. So we've got Lounzy, we've got Brocky. Who else did we say? Wincup. Oh yeah, Jamie. He's a good guy. Oh, Jamie Wincup. There he is. All right. So we've got another one there. And for good measure as well, we could put Holden HSVs. Let's see if we can get that. Holden Special Vehicles. There you go. All right. So now we've got a target market of 490,000 people. Now, is that too many? Well, that's going to depend on what you're selling. Typically, for a product like this, it's not going to appeal to everybody. And so we want to put it in front of a specific sort of person. So we've now isolated, thanks to this, people who are definitely rev heads, okay? But now we want to put it in front of people who are rev heads and also are interested in buying shit online like we do. So we can put it into, so now what I want to do is narrow the audience. That one just there, narrow the audience. And what you would generally do here to narrow is you have people who must like Amazon. Where are you? So interest in Amazon, like that. So you can see already that knocked it down from 400 plus to 190 just by doing that. And also, so I've got my way now, I could also say, narrowing it even further, they are what's called engaged shoppers. Boink, boink, boink. Engaged shoppers, meaning they actually like to buy shit online, all right? So that's two ways that you can narrow down your audience. Does that work every time? No. This is not a hard and fast rule, but it will work oftentimes, and it's a pretty good strategy to go wide with your targeting with interests up here, find lots and lots of people, and then go narrow by segmenting out people who like to shop on Amazon and who are shopping online. That's a pretty good strategy for you, okay? All right. There is no amazon.com.au. Facebook treats amazon.com as all amazon.com.au's, amazon.co.uk. It treats them all the same, all right? Treats it all the same. All right, so that's pretty cool. So now we've got that. That's pretty cool. We've now got our audience as good as we're going to get it at this point. We will not know if we've nailed it until we try it. That's why you have to treat this as a game. You've got no freaking idea if that's going to work or not, but based on our best guess, that is certainly a good place to start, all right? Hey, thanks so much for watching that video, and I hope that you got some massive value from it. Before you go, do you live in Australia? If you do, this is for you. Would you like to learn how to sell things on Amazon here in Australia? Would you like to know what sells really, really well and what sells for the maximum amount of profit? Would you like to know where you can source those products from, whether that be in China or here in Australia, and how to source them so you pay bottom dollar and get maximum value for what you're doing? If you do, please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and you'll learn that and much more. It's the exact same information that people like Jeff from New South Wales I've used to make $45,000 a month on Amazon. that Sue, who's from the sunny coast, has used to purchase herself a brand spankly BMW every single year as a result of her e-commerce business, and the lovely Kate from Bowral in New South Wales has used to make $32,000 a year on, a month, not a year, a month on Amazon, and indeed Anthony, who makes $15,000 a month on Amazon, selling, as he puts it, odds and sods. If you'd like to learn the exact same information that they use to maximize their profits for their Amazon businesses, subscribe to this video, like my channel, post below if you want me to teach you something. Okay, I'm out of here. Speak to you soon. Bye. Subscribe. Do it now.